Hello, this is the 35th lecture of the Semantic SEO course, and in this lecture we will try to understand the order in this area or the structure in the contextual vector and its combination or alignment with the queries that we are choosing. So I told that this will have heavier weight in our contextual vector, then we will be taking some other types of context terms in this area to be classified together with this source. Then we will be using this area especially for the internal links. One more thing is that I need to tell you, while using this section, it is important to balance your uniqueness. If you are at too unique source, which means if you are too different than the others, which means that you are writing in a different way, you don't have consensus or you don't align with the existing authorities, it might be really hard for you to start ranking on that point. Search engines don't have the perception of the fact, they just have the consensus from the authoritative sources, which means that this section is also for taking the initial approval from the search engines. Once you have the authority, once you are in the topical authority state, then you can determine what effect is for a search engine. Then you can go and be unique as much as you want. So for ranking and for also consensus and also being classified together and for mostly internal links. And when it comes to this area, you will realize that we use a numeric value. In my case studies, in your free training, I many times told that if you use a numeric value at the beginning of your H1 and the title tags, you will be increasing your rankings. It will also increase your CTR as well. When you look at here, we actually have our most important phrase sequence and also the central search intent directly here. And here we have the attribute, the most important attribute of the central entity. Then we have more specificity, because when you look at the benefits of drinking water, context might be anything. Physical performance might be there too, since we have the word physical here. But we mainly focus on the health. In terms of physical health, in terms of psychological health, and in terms of nutritional daily intakes, again for the health. So you will need to combine all the words that you put in this area to create small different contextual vectors. Then you will need to distribute them. When you look at this area, you will realize an important thing. All the first words that we are using, these are predicates. And as you see here, we have mainly positive predicates: improves, increases, improves, treats, helps, prevents, carries, regulates, provides, protects, flushes. Okay, it's a bit natural. And improves, one more time, helps, improves, protects. My suggestion to you is that you should understand the context of the predicates as much as possible. If you will go with the actual harms of drinking too much water, it will be in this case, and you will see that actually instead of increases, mostly we will see the words like decreases, causes, and most probably, let's say, breaks or creates, and this type of other words. When you look at to the second section here, you will mostly see actual nouns like physical performance, energy, which is again connected, brain function, constipation, kidney stone, weight loss, hangovers. Another important thing here is that I could tell actually decreases weight, but I need to tell helps for weight loss, because weight loss should stay in this way and decrease is not contextually helpful on enough level. Down here we have dehydration, oxygen cells, digestion, body temperature, electrolyte, organ tissue, bacteria from bladder, immune system, depression, productivity, muscle growth, and joint. So next step for you is actually distributing the concepts or the unnamed entities in this area to our context entries. For instance, when you look at the word physical, the energy, physical performance, and some other sections in this area like oxygen, cells, and others, or oxygen to cells, these are relevant most to physical section. When you look at the brain functions, it's actually psychological. And whenever we write something here, it is connected to one of these things, and always we will be staying in the same context, which is health benefit of drinking water in the context of these specific context entries, which means that we are actually creating small word combinations with the proximity. And the next step will be actually creating a kind of order. First predicate, then the noun. And nouns are also ordered with a proper structure. It's not a coincidence that we put physical to the first place, then directly we use the word physical one more time. And it will be explained in the next lecture. Thank you.